Warning: this video contains mildly graphic content. If you cannot bear the sight of anything graphic, please do not watch. Also, if you have any mental health conditions related to or in any way similar to those depicted, please remember that you are not alone. There are professionals standing by every day, ready to help you. You need only ask. With all that being said, sit back and enjoy the video. Hey, what is crack-a-lackin', guys? It's Floyd the Legend here with another video for you guys today, and today we're going to be continuing Doki Doki Literature Club. We played through some of it in the first episode, and I'm back for you guys today with episode 2, so let's get right into it. Load game. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Aww. I thought dang it. Hang on, guys, I'm going to have to get back to where we were. Give me just a second. Alright, here we are, guys. We're back to where we left off, so let's go ahead and let's continue. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Dude, you would think they asked you to do something worse. Man, I'm actually kind of irritated by the way that they're making my character, man. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whomever likes your poem the most. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna save right here. Save here. Boom. Okay. Return. Now, I guess this is my question, really, is who do I want to go for? Sayori seemed overexcited. Natsuki seemed, I don't know, grouchy. So I guess I'll go with Yuri. Let's see. I pick that one. And some vitality. Go with that one. Incongruent, ambient or ambient. Skipping, pleasure, flying, feather, childhood chain, fear, twirl, ambient, okay. Daydream, memories, fireworks, cute, destiny, love, holiday, fickle, hopeless, playground. Destiny. Pain, candy, rose, sparkle, sensation, fireflies, mouse, pout, vacation, wrath, sensation. Vertigo, skirt, landscape, insight, blanket, precious, disoriented, summer, chocolate, extraordinary. Okay, I went with that one. That went for her instead, but that's just one. Let's see. Ribbon, massacre, journey, defeat, boop, uncontrollable, hope, comfort, dark, heart. Let's go with journey. Vanilla, intellectual, nibble, happiness, disarray, swimsuit, nightgown, promise, beauty, or snake. Intellectual. Fluffy, treasure, entropy, headphones, broken, whistle, nature, strawberry, eternity, or fun. Entropy. Essence, marriage, sunny, embrace, flower, imagination, lucky, heartbeat, existence, or calm. That one. Okay, that one for her, and majority for her, okay. Vivacious, lust, prayer, tragedy, clouds, covet, pink, breathe, graveyard, unrequited. Unrequited? Oh, that goes back to her, okay. Excitement, wonderful, cry, alone, vivid, whisper, melody, special, meager, or captive. I'm gonna go with vivid. Sadness, games, sticky, milk, melancholy, after image, bubbles, cheek, silly, or amazing. Melancholy? Okay. Bliss, socks, uncanny, dazzle, color, unrestrained, grief, pure, rainbow, or music. Unrestrained? Family, judgment, play, marshmallow, kawaii, suicide, suicide. Oh, I don't like the fact that word's in there. Why would they put that word in there? I don't get it. That's creepy. That's dark. Forgive, smile, friends, or loud. Judgment. Determination, tears, misfortune, question, awesome, frightening. Starscape, laugh, dream, whirlwind. Determination. Spinning, peace, sugar, kiss, bouncy, variance, raindrops, warm, unending, or vibrant. Incapable, agonizing, infallible, shiny, sunset, scars, despise, papa, Miss Jumpy or Bunny? This one? Okay. Anger, sweet, empty, misery, clumsy, puppy, portrait, fantasy, lazy, fester. Portrait? Waterfall, effulgent, giggle, depression, passion, climax, adventure, death, together, tenacious. Effulgent. Okay, that's my poem written. Hi again, Blur. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. I don't think I really have a choice at this point. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Blur. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. I can't even say what I want to say right now. I can't even, because I know that what I'm gonna say is not okay, but oh my god, could you just like back off, please? That's the best way I can say it, is back off, please. Thank you, please and thank you. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Hey, stop it. Get some help. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh, well, that got her. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Ho 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 ho! Oh ho ho ho! Well now. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Blur always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Too right. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Do I want to save here? I kind of want to. No, you know what? Nah. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Oh, it's funny. Nobody ever mentioned that before. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Blur can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. I don't know that I would say weird. Maybe she should have just kind of let it happen naturally and just not say anything, but... Okay. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sayori, but yeah, of course you weren't thinking. Nobody who's thinking is gonna, like, speak up for somebody else for something like that. Come on. Anyway, I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Of course it is! Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her back and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Honestly, it kind of is. I can't lie. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. Well, yeah! If you just stop there staring, of course she's gonna notice. Oh my lord. Dude. See, this is the thing that kind of bugs me. Is that our character, or my character, I guess, I don't really know, apparently is frickin' dense. Oh my god. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I just spaced out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. Yeah, that's probably a smart choice, dude. Otherwise, you're going to sound like a little bit of a creep. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Oh yeah, I've read a few like that in my lifetime. Those are frickin' awesome. Is that so? Should I save here? Nah. I'm gonna keep going. What's it about, anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Portrait of Markov? What? There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Okay. Yeah, that's not creepy at all, right? Oh boy. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yeah. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Blur? Excuse me? I don't want to be mean here, but what do I look like a deep horror fan to you? Do I look like somebody that, like, sits down binge watching horror movies or something? Because I don't. Oh boy, okay, this is starting to make me a little uneasy, but here we go. No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry about it. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. You don't say. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because somebody wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in, then suddenly when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. Actually, that's actually a decent point. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange. Or if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry about that. That just means you're passionate about reading. Least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Bro, you're pressuring her like that? I don't know that I feel that that's the right thing to do, bud. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. You sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Yuri. I mean... So she's a little shy. It's not a big deal. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy, Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted there for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Oh my... Stupid! Why would you... Dude, I get it if it was something, like, really, really good about her. But the fact that you're pointing out her insecurities and saying that the person in the book sounds like that, that might not be the right thing to do here, bud. I literally right now, like, this is actually starting to freak me out a little bit. Simply because I feel like this dude is gonna say the stupidest thing, and the next thing we're gonna see is him getting beat up. And you got my name, for Christ's sake, so of course it makes me look bad too. Jeez. Alright, let's keep moving. But Blur, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's what I said! That is literally what I just said! That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Whoa, jeez. She just jumped. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not... It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer that I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh gosh, who should I show my poem to first? Oh, okay. Now we're getting a choice. I'm going to go ahead and save it here as well. Return. Because I don't know if it'll change anything if I select certain people in certain orders. So I guess we go from the top down. So we'll start with Sayori. I'm definitely the most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. This is a good poem, Blur. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who'd be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club now. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Blair, deep down you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Let's see. What do we got? Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Huh? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, it's not bad. I just wasn't expecting this last line over here. I mean, I get, when you look at it, like, in the context of the thing, yes, it kind of makes sense. But I'm not sure why she broke that off and put it all the way down here, though, is what I'm saying. But I don't know, I'm not a poem expert, so maybe that's the way it should be. I don't know. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or, how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Oh boy. Well, if you're still here, that clearly means that you didn't burn the house down, which is good. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Whoa, okay, alright, don't do that. Don't do that. Nobody's blaming you. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who's next? Oh god, Natsuki's next. Oh god, alright. I'm trying to mentally prepare now because I get the feeling she's immediately gonna just, like, snap on me and just... So let's hope she doesn't do that. Blur, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Oh, that got her real quick. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. That's not bad. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I do like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Yeah, that's what I thought too. The heck? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid? Yes, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yeah, probably best you don't there, bud. Alright, next up we've got Yuri. Let's see. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. No, I'm not, Yuri. Why is it that everybody's assuming I'm gonna hate him for stuff? What the heck? Really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. I get where she's coming from. She's just kind of saying that, like, it makes it seem like we've written way more than we have. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is they try to make their new style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Damn right she does. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting to work together is probably the most challenging part. Might take you some time, but it all comes with practice. and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased, though. Yeah, I noticed. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Ooh. I actually like this one. Honestly, Sayori's was pretty fun, and Natsuki's was decent. But I gotta say, this one's probably my favorite so far. I like the sophistication behind it. It's pretty good. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's keep going. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Yeah, it is. It is pretty. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? No, not at all! Yuri, what do you mean it wasn't too... No, it wasn't! No! Not at all! I usually write longer poems. Oh, okay, that might explain that. Not at all. Yeah, no, not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Blur. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing, really. Yes, it is! Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course! Yeah! You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Blur. For me? Me too. Who should I show my poem to next? Okay, Monica's the last one. Hi, Blur. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Okay. She's the popular one. This is the one that like everybody was like ogling about, I guess, so of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Why's she laughing? Wait a minute! Stop laughing at me! Don't worry, Blur. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Blur. I was going in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find out the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ahaha. Anyway, do you want to read mine now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A nosy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking... Wait, what? Wait a minute. What? And he on the other side was looking in? Huh? Okay. Wait a minute. What? 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 What does that mean? This right here is what's kind of scaring me, this last little bit. What the what? Okay. So, what did you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Yeah, I'd like to know. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like so my tongue wants to stop working. Work, thank you. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Ah? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Whoa! Whoa! Hey! Yo! 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 Take a chill pill, please! Relax! She was trying to say something nice. She's not trying to be mean or anything. Calm down. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Blur did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something